Welcome back to the channel, folks. It's been scant of late, not too many videos. This one will be quick. I know I say that every single time, but I promise you this one will be quick, meaning probably 10 minutes. I just wanted to share that we have got 2 submissions back in the last week. Today we got this one, the 2-item order, submission 707-8350, shipped out Monday the 13th, day after the Super Bowl, or sorry, Tuesday the 13th. Anyway, received it just a few hours ago, and we had the world economy down here, shipped out on the 1st, received middle or end of last week, and we will, I've already opened both boxes, so this will not be a true unboxing. Both boxes have been opened, so I do know the results this time. I didn't have, it wasn't really, I don't know, I guess I could have unboxed them and I probably should have. I will be honest, I was lazy. I wasn't really set up to do a video, and I didn't really think that there'd be anything spectacular in either of those, but since we're doing a video, I guess that might not necessarily be true. You may or may not be interested in the World Coin segment. Canada, Newfoundland more specifically, 1858, first year of issue, large cent. Lighting is tough on these. There's really not much I can do. Light box doesn't make it any better. It's too small, too cramped, too many lights, bulbs overhead. This comes in a number of varieties, including up and down, meaning heads over tails. So when you rotate it, we rotate it side to side versus head over tails, like US coins, but some of these are head over tails. So when you look at the Newfoundland or the Canadian coin guides, you'll see that they'll have an up arrow and a down arrow depending upon whether it's head over tails or side to side. So this coin, I submitted thinking it was a variety, or a possibility of a variety. That 8 on the end appeared to be over another 8 or a 9. So I actually had them, they didn't have it listed in the PC. See to the right of the 8? I don't have a pointer handy, hold on. I was not prepared to do this video either. What did I use for a jerry-rig printer last time? I get yelled at for using the knife, so but I might not have much better options because, again, I'm not prepared. So to the right of the 8, there's a shadow, but it's better, you know, the zoom feature on this is not showing what it looks like under a glass with better lighting. But anyways, they did not consider it to be an overdate of any sort. Broken vine variety, XF45, that's a nice grade. I was thinking it was a VF35 or an XF40. I mean, the full detail is pretty much there. Doesn't really have the luster you'd expect on an XF45, but these Newfoundland coins don't really have a lot of luster. I don't know if it's the way they were struck, but I've looked at a lot of them now, and I won't say I'm an expert by any stretch or even slightly knowledgeable, but I've gained a little bit of knowledge and read up on them a lot, and followed conversations of people who are or do have more expertise than me, and it's just the way these are struck. So the broken vine is referencing this. I keep turning it heads over tails. This vine here, the broken vine is actually the more common, but you see the break there at 3 o'clock. I think the more prominent one is over here at 9 o'clock. So to get a vine that's not broken is actually scarcer. Bronze metal alignment meaning side to side. So yeah, nice coin. The one that they did find an overdate for is this little baby here, the next year of the issue, 1859. You can see genuine. So there's a bunch of different over dates on the 1859. There's a wide, one second here. There's a wide and a narrow date version. And then there's type 1 and type 2 or 8, different over dates. Die 1, die 1, die 2, die pair 1, die pair 2. You can read up on it on your own if you want. Again, I'm trying to keep the video short. But this one definitely wide 9 metallic axis, 59/8. So again, we're not going to catch it very well here, but it was painfully obvious that there was something under that 9, primarily where the bottom serif meets. If I could get a good picture of it, you can see there's a little bit of metal right there, and it's the completion of the bottom of the 8. So I think they got it right. There's 1859/9 as well. XF details environmental damage. I guess it's fair. Environmental damage is probably just barely. There's some, marks there, but we'll kind of go through the rest quickly. This 1880 dime, it's in terrible condition. There's a heads over heads, and you got a hole in it. But the reason I sent it in, 2 reasons. One, it has an original mintage of 10,000, small mintage. But I thought this was a definite 18/79 or over 70 something. See the point? That top up there? There is definitely something there. But come to find out, I think the majority, if not all, look at the top right part of that 8 compared to the first 8. There's definitely something under there, but I think the majority of these are struck that way. So, very good details. Damage, fair. I expected the damage. I was looking for the overdate and didn't get it. Again, only 10,000 minted. It's a pretty rare coin. Doesn't matter what condition it's in. Here is sorry, I was trying to cover the grade, but I can use my thing. A Great Britain shilling with Her Majesty on the obverse there. And this one is gradable, 1888, but something more to this one. Look at the top right part of the 8 on this one. Again, there's something there, right? Not the same as the other 2 8s, that little nubule on the end there. And PCGS agreed and gave it the 88/7. So we got 2 of the varieties, 2 out of 3 anyway. AU 55 seems fair and reasonable. We have another genuine. We sent in a bunch. Well, this is a Florens actually, but we sent in many 20-cent pieces. We'll get to those in a minute. This one was AU detail with scratcheroo, which is on the obverse, but it's actually buried in the beard. Somehow I missed it on the initial. I have a bunch of these, and I was trying to send in the ones that I thought had the best shot of an AU 58 or a mint state grade. They're not that valuable, so I only sent in 2 Florens. They're a nice coin. They've got that golden luster, almost like a peace dollar type luster, but not the same as a peace dollar. And certainly AU and not mint state, so fair enough on that one. This is the other Florens. This one was straight graded. This one has more of a silver luster. No scratch, no problems. Oops, keep doing that. 1919, nothing super rare. But you can see on this one, the luster is a little more full, wouldn't you agree? No break over the high points. High points being right here in the middle. All of the higher relief devices, if you will. and I think PCGS agreed that this is a mint state coin. So that was nice. I just, again, no experience sending these in. Don't have any idea how they grade them. We're going to rip through the rest of these. We got an 18.7, sorry, $half, not 20-cent pieces. Yeah, $half. This is a heads over heads. You see how worn away it is here to get the fine grade. Again, this is all a strike issue. And a lack of a strike and lack of original mint luster. To get a fine 15 on that, if that was a US coin, it would probably barely be very good, if very good at all. Another fine 15. The 1876H for the Heaton Mint in Canada. We're already over 10 minutes, I know. We'll keep it under 20, I promise. 50 cents. The cents is almost obliterated. Another nice coin. But, oh, did you notice something on this one? 50 cents. 5 cents. I've already contacted them. Mechanical error. They already sent me the return shipping label to send it back. They'll fix it for free. Round trip shipping for free. It's also miscategorized. That coin number 32969 coincides with the 1876 nickel. Previous one 33225 coincides with the $half. Now there's different KM numbers depending upon the queen or the queen's posture or the queen's age or the version of the coin, if you will. This one's a spec better, 1880, another tough date. These are all under 50,000 original mintage. A little, it's, you know, you wouldn't expect a very fine and you don't have all the lettering, but again, these were not struck well. We're going up, up, up. Pretty soon we'll be up to the mint state grades, but actually this will be the end of it. We do have full lettering on this one, so that was nice. And you can see we do have a little bit of luster in the hair and nose and face, and that's a pretty nice coin. That 82 Heaton is another. They're still way undervalued. As rare or as few that were struck, they just, they're not that expensive or valuable. This one, again, these are just sent in on a whim. I wanted to see how they would grade them. And this would be a different KM number, a different coin number, 33268 versus 33230. So, because obviously we have Edward on this one, King Edward, and now we're at the medallic alignment, if you will. 50 cents, 1919, Newfoundland, beautiful coin. I know that they call it AU details cleaned. It is what it is. This one was dinged for me. This is a 20 cent, did send one 20-cent piece in. I was kind of shocked that they called this one clean. There's no hairlines. If anything, this I thought they might have called it scratched or damaged, but I liked the original look of this one. So much for an original look when they're calling it cleaned. Not really sure why. And it had all that wonderful detail. So something about it, I mean, they're looking at it under ultraviolet light and different, certainly a better setup than I have. And I've shown this one on Instagram, so some of you may have seen it. The other 20-cent piece was a counterfeit man-made mint error, which I found super fascinating. It's not a super valuable coin. So I was getting different people's opinions on what is a counterfeit man-made mint error. Is the coin itself counterfeit, or is the error counterfeit? I got mixed reviews on that. I'm not sure. They don't elaborate. The numbers, the weight of the coin seems right. The font on the lettering seems right. I didn't submit this one for a variety or for a mint error, so I'm still a little bit puzzled on this one. But super cool just to get that body bag counterfeit man-made mint error. This will be kept as a learning piece token. Maybe that 9's a little different. I'd have to compare it to another one, but really fascinated with this one. If you guys have any ideas as to what a counterfeit man-made mint error, is the coin genuine? Is the coin counterfeit? Is the man-made mint error what's counterfeit? And if it is the coin still genuine? Wouldn't it just be altered, right? I would think that if the coin itself was genuine and they did something to move metal around and, you know, alter the date, alter something, that it would be altered. and that it would be genuine because the coin itself is genuine. But they are saying it is not genuine. Not even sure if these are supposed to have a reeded edge. That might be it. I need to compare it with other ones. I have a bunch of them, so I will do that, but just dawned on me now to check the edge. If that got by me the first time, shame on me. All right, well, if you have a comment on that, I'm always open-minded and always looking to learn new things. The other submission is that two-coin submission, which was the 1921 peace dollar, oops, and the 1884 CC Morgan dollar, which was sent in December, mid-December. And so let's see, I put it back in here even though I've already looked at it. So I know these grades. We had a little service interruption there, hit the wrong button. I've taken that out of the box. And try to make some room here. This will be that two-coin submission that came back tonight, the 1921 piece and the 1884 CC Morgan dollar, which we'll start with that. So we have a pretty clean cheek, pretty clean fields too. There's a little bit of chatter in front of the nose and under the chin, but really, I mean, I've zoomed in here, so any accentuated chatter is just that. When you look at this, you know, with your naked eye, pretty clean. And I know I'm not catching the cartwheel because of the lighting here, but it's got a nice cartwheel luster. Maybe I'm catching it a little bit better there. Let's see if I move this light back. I was nervous that the luster wasn't strong enough to give it a 5. I thought the surface quality was 5, barely, 64.5. So I did predict this as a 64 when I submitted it, and I believe I said that in whatever video I made where I was getting ready to send these in along. The other 20 peace dollars and commemoratives will be back in the next probably 10 to 14 days. They're being imaged and working their way through that whole process. So we'll get the remainder of that submission back in the next 2 weeks, probably right around March 1st. So yeah, I did predict this one as a 64, and there it is. So I think it's right. I think if it had a little better luster, maybe it's a 5. You know, based on what other 5s look like. I think the strike is pretty full. I think the surface quality is pretty damn near a 5. Tough to get a 5 on a CC any date, even the common ones, but tough to get a 5 on any coin, really. But this one was close. Now, the peace dollar, I was, you know, 50-50 on it being cleaned, 50-50 on it grading, and most people thought it would not grade. So we'll look at it again. We'll cover the back as to hide whether or not it's genuine or not, just to keep the field honest, if you will, or keep your mind open. Again, we're not going to catch the luster as well as we should here because of my terrible lighting. But it's pretty lustrous, and there's really no cleaning lines or hair lines. It doesn't mean it can't be cleaned. It just means it hasn't been harshly cleaned or harshly wiped, brushed, whizzed, any of that crap. But you can see there's definitely wear, right? Even though it's high relief, you have to remember high relief. We got some ticks over here. I would have to say those are probably post mint. They could be from bag, you know, bouncing around in bags or whatever, but definitely wear, not strike, I would say, up here on the top of the wing, which is what I was looking at. And we'll flip it over. and definitely wear hair, right? Painfully obvious to just about everybody. All right, so, you know, I was thinking AU 53, 55. Hoping for a 58, but I don't think it was enough for a 58. But these ticks on the rim concerned me. I just thought, you know, there was a few other marks up here, but that wasn't what was concerning me. Again, no hairlines. And those ticks don't go through the rim. They're just on the surface, so they're, you know, like a flesh wound, if you will. Just a scrape. They're not deep. They're not gouges. They haven't bent the rim. They haven't nicked the rim per se or bruised it. They've nicked it. That's what those are, nicks. Haven't bruised it. I thought it was close. Thought it was close, but it's not genuine. So it has to be AU, right? It has to be AU. And sure enough, AU 55. So I think I was in the ballpark on both of those. I was not confident it would come back genuine. I mean, come back straight graded, but it did. So no complaints. We'll have the rest of the peace dollar and commemorative submission. Hopefully in the next week or two. I have a couple business trips coming up, so not sure, depending on the timing of when those come back, when that video will come out. But here's the 84cc and MS64 TrueView. And obviously these Coinfax prices are extremely ambitious. 64 at 4. I mean, one just sold on eBay for $455, but one also just sold for $355. Probably a $400 coin. And then this one, interestingly, I had no idea what these AU 55s would probably price out at. Gray Sheet has it in the 350 range. Of course, Coinfax is more ambitious at 460, but you can see they're selling for 350, 280, 314, 356, 355, 405. So 350 seems to be reasonable and fair. With the ticks, maybe it's lower, maybe it's 320. I don't know. But anyway, if you enjoy the video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you haven't, it will help the algorithm for those who haven't had an opportunity to see it. samscoinsandheavymetal.com. We're growing that website. We plan to make some enhancements over this year, make some improvements, make it a little bit more professional, a little bit more user-friendly. samscoinsandmetal@gmail.com. Find us on eBay, Sam's Coins and Heavy Metal with an underscore in between each word. We appreciate your support. We appreciate all your comments, good, bad, and ugly, your feedback. Just keep it clean. No need to be a troll. No need to be a know-it-all. Share your wealth. Share your knowledge. Tell me your honest feelings about anything. I'm all about it. I have thick enough skin that you can tell me anything that you want. Just keep it clean. Keep it honest. Keep it with reason. You know, back up what you say. If you have something to say that might be controversial or negative, I'll hear it. I'm open to it because that's a sign of an intelligent debate. So anyways, something that's missing in today's world. We need more of it. We need to kind of get back to how things were once upon a time, but I won't get into all that. So again, thank you again. Have a good night, everybody. Over and out.